What's up? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have fun playing with Star Fox in Magic. That's right, we got a new Fox pilot that's a 1-mana 2/1, and it can crew up vehicles. It can fly around in vehicles, and I'm super excited to have Star Fox in Kamigawa. It's going to be super fun. And I wanted to show this deck. First off, this deck is being played actually quite a bit right now on MTG Arena. This is day one, and already this is a deck that came out is really good. I think Magic Aids did a video that was around some of this stuff. It's been all over the internet as well. It's a really powerful, really solid deck for standard that I think is just pretty busted, honestly. It's a really, really good deck altogether. So you're going to be seeing this a lot. I built my deck with the basic core of it, but then I also threw in a bunch of one-ofs that are just kind of fun stuff to see so that I could showcase for you guys and just have a lot of fun. That's the whole point of this channel, is having fun playing Magic. And we are going to dive into, first off, the core of this deck, and then I'll show you some of the fun one-ofs that you can do. We're going to dive into the gameplay, then I play for about 30 minutes, and then I'll do a better breakdown of the deck afterwards. So the basic part of this deck is just have a lot of artifacts on the battlefield and play them out quick and go aggressive. Hotshot Mechanic, it's a 2/1 for 1. Rabbit Battery, it's a 1-mana 1/1 with haste, and you can also give other things haste by paying 1 red, and it equips onto it. The reconfigure ability is a little bit weird. Hopefully I can showcase it a little bit when we're in gameplay. Not gonna dive into a ton right now. Reinforced Ronin, 1-mana 2/2 with haste. At the beginning of your end step, you have to return it back to your hand though, but you can return it back to your hand, and if you don't need it, then you can pay 2 and discard it to draw a card. So kind of just a cycle effect on that. And it is a 1-mana 2/2 with haste, but a lot of big downsides. The thing I like about it is that there are a couple of cards in here too, Patchwork Automaton and also Ingenious Smith, that get value from having an artifact cast every turn. By having Ingenious Smith, it only triggers once per turn, but whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, you put +1/+1 counter onto it. Patchwork Automaton, I can't spoke right, guys. Anyway, that one gets a counter every time you cast an artifact spell, and this is an artifact creature. And so I figured that there could be some shenanigans there. This is one of the one-ofs I threw in. All right, Patchwork Automaton, this is one that I don't think most people are playing. I think is a really powerful one here. It gets counters onto it all the time. It gets really big, really quick. And if you have a couple ways to give it trample or a couple ways to buff it up, it can be a very, very big creature. Ironhoof Boar gives, you can channel it. So a uncounterable 2-mana, discard this card from your hand, you give a creature +3/+1 and it gains trample to next turn. That's really awesome because we also are playing Lizard Blades. Lizard Blades, 2-mana 1/1 double strike. Equipped creature has double strike, and so it itself is a creature, artifact creature that can come out and be attacking, and we can buff it up and start going crazy, or we can also just reconfigure this onto a creature and go in that way. We also have Maul and Skyclaves to give a little bit of flying, a little bit of fun stuff there. And then this is one of the new cards that really makes this deck work, which is I can speak right. I know how to read. Michiko's Reign of Truth. 2-mana, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each artifact and or enchantment you control. And then, so that's the first 2 parts of the saga. You play it out, you get that right away. You get it on the next turn. You just target whatever creature you want to, maybe the Lizard Blade, so it's just a big beefy double strike creature. Maybe they don't have blockers, or you have Ironhoof Boar, so you can do that as well. And then it comes back on turn 3. It exiles and comes back with Summoning Sickness as a really big creature because it has +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. It is an enchantment itself, so it will always be at least a 1/1 even if everything's destroyed. And because we have treasure vaults in the land base, we have an artifact land that should be out in the battlefield. So this should hopefully be at least a 2/2 at the very minimum, hopefully more with all of the other artifacts and creatures that we're playing. Portable Hull stays on the battlefield most likely, all that kind of shenanigans going on here. We do also have a couple really awesome vehicles that came out recently, which are sweet. Reckoner Bankbuster is a really, really good one. 2-mana 4/4, and just with 3 charge counters onto it, you can pay 2 to tap it and draw cards. It can also just be crewed up and be a 4/4 to attack in with. It can also create more artifact creatures for us, or it's just colorless pilot creatures that can crew up other stuff as well if we use enough of the charge counters. It's just good stuff. All right, that's the basic deck. Like, those are the main cards that are being used all of the time. And then let's go ahead and dive into a couple of the fun one-ofs that we have here as well. Ogre-Head Helm is another one that actually has been used quite a bit. 2-mana 2/2 +2/+2. Whenever it or equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you can sacrifice either the Sacrifice it. I think it's the equipped creature or itself. I'm not sure which one gets sacrificed, but if you do, discard your hand and then draw 3 cards. And so pretty cool in there. Just another way to draw cards. I like Reckoner Bankbuster a little bit better for card draw than just this one, but it is another artifact creature, which is nice. And we also have Roadside Reliquary, which is another fantastic land that you can pay 2 and sacrifice it to draw a card if you control an artifact and draw a card if you control an enchantment. So you can potentially draw 2 cards if you have Michiko out there and an artifact creature, which we definitely will have artifacts in general with this deck. And so that's a potential draw 2 for 2 mana on a land. And we're not really needing to be very expensive. So if you ever draw too many lands, hopefully we find that we can draw cards. Sweet stuff. Right. So a couple of the fun ones. Mechtitan Core, 2 mana, 2/4. You can pay 5 to exile it and add 4 other artifact creatures. It and other 4 other artifact creatures or vehicles you control create the Mechtitan, a legendary 10/10 construct artifact creature token with flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink, and haste, and it's all colors. When that token leaves the battlefield, return all cards exiled with it, except Mechtitan Core, to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. So pretty sweet stuff. we get to swing in with it. If we have a bunch of creatures, maybe we're playing up against someone that has enough creatures that we can't really get in with our stuff right now. We're getting blocked, or we only drew into a lot of our cheap things. Then this could be pretty nice. Pay 5. All of a sudden we have a 10/10 with flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink, and haste, and it's really awesome. You give that double strike and game over. Really, really cool stuff. Won't always happen, but I like it. We also have Cloudsteel Kirin, 3 mana, 3/2, and whenever you equip it or you configure onto a creature, which again costs 5, a little bit expensive, but then you get a Platinum Angel for the equipped creature, whatever it is. Equipped creature has flying, and you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. I like this too because it also gives the creature flying some evasiveness. That's one of the biggest things that this deck doesn't have. If you have an Ingenious Smith that's really big, a Michiko that's really big, or a Patchwork Automaton that's really big, it's just another way to give them evasiveness that actually hit in through the air, as well as the trample that we have here, Maul the Skyclaves. It's just another fun way to do that. Another great card from the new set. We also have the new lands that are really cool as well. We'll dive into all that as we're playing the game. Let's go and dive into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, this is a beautiful hand. Great way to start it off. The only thing would make this better is being on the play, but this map or whatever, ooh, this playmat is looking sweet. The music is good. I dig it a lot right now. All right, so let's go ahead and play out Red Rabbit Battery. Attack in, or get it bounced, whatever one works. It's fine. Looking sweet though. We have the Treasure Vault. We have Michiko as well as Reckoner Bankbuster. So probably playing this next turn. Getting with Michiko on the next turn after that. I really like having a crewable creature out in the battlefield before we play this, or by the time that it returns to the battlefield, because then it can hit the battlefield. It has summoning sickness still, even though it's been out, because it exiles and then comes back. And then the Bankbuster will be able to crew up, hit in for 4 right away. Good stuff, Down to 19. That's a way to kind of dodge board wipes a little bit as well, as by having kind of that combo there. Plays out a land. The opponent's taking their sweet old time playing this Magic game. Spiteful Hazard kills our dude. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Do I want to play the Treasure Vault out early or just get out my lands? That can kind of be a surprise for later. So yeah, let's go ahead and get out the White Source. Get out Bankbuster, pass the turn. Then we'll get Cloudsteel Kirin next turn. We can crew up the Bankbuster, attack in. Life is good. So we have like these crazy, crazy super aggro plays, but this deck also has some resiliency and just being able to have a couple of these creatures that don't die to board wipes very easily. They can be crewed up and attack in. We've seen with Eska's Chariot how powerful that can be. And just a 2 mana 4/4, yeah, it doesn't create the tokens, doesn't do all the other stuff, but still just a 2 mana 4/4 that you can be crewing up on turn 3, be going off, and it draws you cards and stuff. I think this is a very high power level card, and so I'd like it. We'll play out the Treasure Vault here. We'll go for Cloudsteel Kirin. Hopefully they're not countering. I'm not sure what opponent's doing here. Maybe some land shenanigans. All we've seen is lands and mana. Man. I love how long they take to do this, something that is a clearly easy play to make. But whatever. To each their own, suppose. I really don't want to play this out until I have a creature to be attacking him with on the turn that I play it out. So going to be drawing cards probably this next turn if we don't find anything else, and just try to stick a creature. They're playing lots of removal, lots of counter, I'm assuming. No clue what else they're doing. Sundown Pass. Could this crew up the Bankbuster right away as well? So let's go ahead and Hotshot Mechanic. Crew up the Bankbuster, and then Michiko onto the Bankbuster. So crew up. Tap you down. This crew's up for 2 extra, which is awesome. Star Fox for the win. I love it. This will probably end up getting bounced. That'll be sad. I wish I had Vigilance so I could draw as well. That would just be way too busted. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw out Michiko. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 things. So this will become an 8/8 to be swinging in with. Is that turn 4? I think so. Yeah, it's a decent play. It's a decent way to hit in with for turn 8. If you have a bounce spell, if you have the counter spell, you obviously do it. Don't just keep holding off here. So it goes for Fading Hope. Yep, I figured. I love how long they're taking to make these decisions. Good job, sir. All right. These are always the ones, like, I try to include as many of the games that I play as possible, but there are some that I'm just like, I don't know if people would actually enjoy watching these really slow ones. So I do try to do my very best to make sure I'm giving you guys the best content for interesting factor rather than anything else. Dude, your go. Thank you. Okay. Sacrifice is here. Yeah, that's fine. Here, we'll tap and add some mana now, since they're giving us an extra chance to replay our Bankbuster. Sweet. Grab a mountain. I mean, we don't get the extra stuff, but now we get free mana. Dude, all right, cool. At least do that during the combat phase. Yeah, it puts it onto there. We have the extra mana, so replay the Bankbuster. Pass the turn. So we actually want to stop and crew this up before combat. Press of Iteration. See what else they have. How many... we've already seen a Fading Hope. We've seen a little bit of removal. Seen some counter spells. They get to dig pretty deep here to find other stuff. While opponents taking their sweet old time, quick reminder, if you guys haven't checked it out already, Trusty Dusty MTG Assistant is awesome over here. It's a free just like overlay for your game whenever you're playing on a PC. I don't think they have something for phone or anything like that, but if you're playing on PC and you want to have a little bit extra information on your deck or opponent's deck, whatever, there's some pretty great things to do that it's not cheating in any way. So we are going to crew this up first. Actually, wait, no, cancel. We're not going to do that. Do we do that? Because we end up getting a draw here. So we get a draw first. That's what we wanted to see, is if we drew something that would let us crew this up better. And so now we're going to crew this up. So that we can put the buff onto the Bankbuster instead. So put it onto the Bankbuster. I want to see if they're going to bounce right now. I'm kind of trying to tempt them, because the other play we have is go Rabbit Battery, buff it up, and start heading in with a hasty creature. We're going to do that anyway, but if they answer this without countering stuff, it's a little bit better. Demon Bolt, oh my goodness. I haven't hit a land. I could try drawing here and getting an extra play before this dies. How does this read? Can I do that onto a vehicle as well, or is it only creature? It is only creatures. I got the land. All right, so life is good. So we go Rabbit Battery. Another Reign of Truth. Onto you, hidden for 5. All right, now we're starting to do some damage. Down to 14, past the turn. Yeah, just... how good is this card? It's so good. I'm running only 2 of in this deck right now, so we probably won't see it as much as we should in the Tipple deck. I would say at least 3 or 4 in the more optimized one, where you're not playing a bunch of one-of fun-of stuff. But I think that is a place that you can trim down, because it is a rare if you're looking for something a little bit more budget. I would try to put as many as you have into it, but there are some other cards that are not rare that are pretty good just more removal is a good way to go. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways. I do like how many uncommon cards there are in this deck as well. There's a lot of power here for uncommon. And so that's why I'm a big fan of this deck. I think it's a really fun one. Opponents taking their time. All right, dude. I hate to like say, hey, go, it's your turn, because people tend to start playing even slower if you do that. And it's just, oh, that's frustrating. All right, dude. Yeah. We're just going to play around with the emotes for a little bit while we're doing this. All right, opponent decides to play. How about that? All right, here we go. We're going to get a dude back. We get some chance to remove something. I don't know. They haven't done anything yet. That's a good buff in case they have something else here to play. So yeah, that's fine. Bring those back. Target here. Yep. Didn't have a way to give the other guy haste. That was the dream. So they let this buff. Coming close to being able to have enough to just play this out with haste. I think I probably will hold off on that. It doesn't give haste, does it? No. Okay, yeah. So we're just going to attack in for 5. That's fine. Good amount of damage. We get another guy later. Come on, dude. Stop holding up control for every moment without doing anything. Down to 9. Pass the turn. Yeah, just pass the turn. So land off the top is good. Any creature off the top is really good. Any removal is a little bit slow, but, you know, at least we're going to be able to deal with whatever thing they eventually do play. Which is, you know, great. I like Rip Apart in here. I have it as a 1 of. It is sorcery speed, which is the biggest issue, but it kills basically everything in the format right now. Artifacts, enchantments, it hits planeswalkers and creatures. There are some things that are more expensive, but not a whole lot of things. Unexpected Windfall. All right, so they're going for some sort of treasure shenanigans. Just playing lots of instants and sorceries. It could be like Tasha's Hideous Laughter type of thing. As to my turn, we have 5 damage on board. I believe that the boar actually gives us lethal here. Make this buffed by playing out the Automaton. Then we'll have a 4/4 and a 2/1. And that is 6 plus 3 is lethal. It's a little bit risky here with how much mana they have held up. That was the first time they didn't hold up full control for stuff. So we're going to go for it. We're going to go for, oh man, this one, but then it can die to removal spell easier. This one, it dodges removal, but bounce hurts even more. We'll go here. Because then we can replay it. There we go. We got lethal. All right. And I'm taking some time to play some stuff out too. Long game, but it was a good one altogether. Yeah, let's go on to the next one. All right, up against a Ramekin, and interesting hand. We do have a couple creatures we can play. We don't have any red mana. I'm going to keep this, though. I think it's still good enough. Shelter for turn 1, and then we have Smith and Automaton. We have removal. Like, we have 4 very good playable cards with not very good colors, but we have quite a few red sources in the deck. And see, this is where MTG Assistant becomes really useful. We can go in and look, what are their odds of being able to find red sources? So we have 7% with this one, 3.8% with this one, and another 7%. So we had, all together with those cards have a pretty good chance of finding what we're looking for. Let's see here. Let's play out Reliquary first, because the Treasure Vault can technically be a hit for the Ingenious Smith. And we will go Smith first and grab other stuff, or Automaton. Let's go. We'll go Smith. We don't have that many more artifacts to play anyway. This will help us find those. Mechtitan, more Lizard Blades. I guess we play what we can play, right? Sure. Pass the turn. Gets revealed. I didn't want to really show off the other ones just yet. Grabbing a boar could be useful, but without red mana. There's red mana. All right. Let's go Automaton. Throw the Ingenious Smith. Back in. Next turn, we get to play Lizard's Blades, grow the Patchwork Automaton and Ingenious Smith, double strike onto it, have a 6 damage that we're hitting with, +2, 8 damage altogether. If they're still not playing any other creatures or blockers, then we're in fantastic shape. If they have removal, it's annoying. Battle for Breachguard. All right, so just a chump blocker, not a big deal. Ooh, play out a flyer and have double strike for it on a later turn. Another interesting option. All right, we're actually going to do this instead. We're going to go Smith. What else we can grab? Boar is interesting. All right, now we have Treasure Vault. We get 2 counters that way. Could hold onto this and be able to hit in with Trample. Just going to have that over their head, but I think we just play out something else here. Let's just go Lizard Blades. They know we have the Boar for the next turn. Swing in for 5. More blockers. We have the Boar. Life is good. We also have Fateful Absence for getting rid of some bigger blockers. We're also really close to being able to just go for the Mechtitan Core pretty soon, too. Gets rid of Blizzard Blades. Doesn't get rid of Blizzard Blades? I mean, if that's what you want to do, sir. Only 1 red source. Do I want to equip this, or do I want to just play out something else and make these guys bigger? I think I try to go for a wider board in general, and that just might be better. So, Mechtitan Core. Get the counters onto stuff. And having more red sources would be great. Let's go ahead and attack in. Double box there. Perfect. All right, I mean, it's not amazing, but they'd be able to copy these guys, so we could kill them already, but we're just going to keep our stuff around. And the colors they're playing, we should be pretty good. They could have board wipes, which will be annoying. Mechtitan Core should help. And we have Reinforced Ronin for this hasty stuff, even if they had board wipe. Yeah, so I felt really good there, and it worked out fantastically. Up against Aggro, and interesting hand. We keep this. We're gonna play this a little bit slower. I think we're gonna get out the Automaton before we do anything else. I could get out Rabbit Battery and then play nothing the turn after that. So yeah, we need white mana out there. Pass the turn. Play out Sundown Pass. Hold up down to the Bugbear for next turn. What are you playing? This is, I love playing the first week of a new set because there's always so many new decks that just surprise you. Like, wait, they're doing what right now? That's cool. Stonebound Familiar can be quite terrifying. I also have Portable Hole I could play with Rabbit Battery. Just get rid of this before it's too late. But that hits it later on too. So let's just go for Automaton right now. It has Ward. They shouldn't be able to hit this for the first couple turns. They're probably playing their own Portable Hole. Which, how does this work? How does Ward work? It doesn't show the Ward ability there. I believe Ward is any expensiveness word, like if it targets it, it has to pay the Ward. Yeah, so there you go. You don't get that. Ha! Is this only on their turn as well? So our Portable Hole won't stop, won't cause them to get bigger. Yep, no blocks. Down to 19. Roadside Reliquary. All right, so how many things can I play? I don't have a ton of mana. So we're definitely playing Portable Hole, and I think Lizard Blades is the other one. So Portable Hole. Get rid of one of these guys. Good boy down. Lizard Blades. The Cloudsteel Kirin was another interesting option, just having a 3-powered thing in the air that can hit in. If we get another extra land, we have Lizard Blades on this. Like I'm a really big fan of this Cloudsteel Kirin, actually. Just having just a 3-mana 3/2 flyer. There's actually not a lot of 3-mana 3/2 flyers. Having it be an artifact works as well. Having the extra ability of having it do stuff late in the game is cool. It dodges the mill decks. There is Tasha's Hideous Laughter. There is, you know, whatever else that's out there that can be pretty scary in the format. And just having this as an alternative way to do fun things, I like it. And it being a creature. So I think even in the main deck, you run maybe 2 is the most I think I would run, but 1 or 2. Still good. Hits Lizard Blades here, or hits our Portable Hole. All right. Yeah, it's a 2/2. Sun Gold Sentinel. So they have 5 power on the board. If I can get one more creature to be attacking in with... Okay, they're attacking, so then we're fine. Ooh. Wow. All right. Yeah, Automaton. Number 2. Our guys will be growing faster than your guys. And we're going to go Hotshot now. Swing it for 5. Land off the top would be beautiful. Anything off the top, you know, just getting a good card draw would be great. But with the land we can play out both of our creatures. Other stuff is still good too. We have this Roadside Reliquary to be drawing if we don't hit anything for the next couple turns as well. Intrepid Adversary with the buff onto the things. It's a 4/2. If they play defensively here, we're in trouble. If they don't, however, we're in such good shape. Yeah, so I think we just say no blocks. They're hitting us pretty hard too, but I think that we're ahead on everything right now, so I'm not that worried. So how big do I need to grow these guys is the question. Do I play out both equipment here just to buff this up more? Having more blockers is also nice. Cloudsteel Kirin can fly over the top later. Yeah, we're just going to go for these guys. And then I have the rabbit to give it haste on the next turn if we have a land. Swing with those. This is lethal if he doesn't block. So he'll trade off, which is fine. I probably should have held back with the 4/4. That's fine. Their other stuff gets smaller. They gain life down to 7. Life is okay. Yeah, I should have held back with the 4/4. Another Sun Gold Sentinel. Exile stuff from the graveyard, right? And they can choose to have hexproof from a chosen color. Not protection is important. That would be terrifying. Swings in with a 3/2. Doesn't swing in at all. Also fine with that. All right, so Sundown Pass. Cloudsteel Kirin. Get a buff. Rabbit Battery onto Cloudsteel Kirin. Swing in here and here. That hits for 4. They have to block the Automaton. Can they kill us if they block with anything? Could they still kill us with something else they find? I don't think so. Maybe we do go ahead and just throw everything in. Because they're going to have to block here. They probably have to block these. We can trade off with everything except Stoneblinder Familiar. And I could potentially draw 3 cards if Ogre gets in. And so then we have... They basically have to block with everything. They'll probably trade Stoneblinder Familiar for the Ogre-Head Helm. Trade here. We get rid of everything except the Stoneblinder Familiar. Is that better than just not attacking with them? If we hit land, we have done the Bugbear. Yeah, I think we go for it. Yeah, they're blocking exactly how we expected them to. And that's fine. Down to 3. That makes us a little bit weaker, but with the end of the Bugbear, I'm a little bit more confident. So any top deck here is pretty good, especially with Rabbit being able to give haste to whatever. Thalia. Okay, so they have a blocker down to 7. We have victory over in the air. Yeah, so we're good. Life is good. Good game, sir. All right, pretty beautiful hand. We're going to keep this one. It's a little bit slow and we're on the draw, but we have a couple of pieces of removal, so I figured that we can make this work. We have Automaton to start destroying a creature. Life should be good. The tap line with Sundown Pass has been annoying. We only have 5 potential tap lands, or I think 6. I have 2 Den of the Bugbears and 4 of the Sundown Pass. Everything else should come in untapped. So running into these early game is a little bit annoying, but we also do get, it's like our only dual land, so it, it's good. I like it enough. Treasure Vault is also pretty cool, where we can sacrifice it if we want to create even more treasures to be able to add some extra value with stuff. We can get an extra trigger with for Michikos and whatever else. So we'll play this out. We're gonna play out. I think go Lizard Blades and Michiko, but yeah, we're gonna go for a Patchwork Automaton right away. Last turn. This dodges remove a little bit earlier in the early game. Expressive Iteration. Come on, land. Colored land, hopefully. Got mountain. Ah, ha, ha, there we go. All right, so white or red? We have more white cards in general, I believe. Yeah, so play out on white. Let's see here. Do I want to get out Michiko's Reign of Truth right away? Yeah, I think we get pretty big hits with that. If we find a land, we also can put Lizard Blades onto this and hit in for more. So let's go for this. Patchwork Automaton. Yeah, this is a pretty big buff. I think 4. So it's a 6/6. And all they have is a 1 red mana. Well, this has Word of 2. I like this play. It's good. This is us on the draw, not playing anything out till turn 2, and we're still, turn 3 is hitting for 6. Oh, it's good. Yeah, that's good stuff. Whew. We're running, I think, 21 lands with 1 MDFC, so 22 lands altogether. Sejiri Shelter, whatever it's called. All right. Let's go with the one that's most likely not to die. They want to pay 3 mana for it. That's okay. It's not great, but Soul Shatter. Highest crew mana cost. Oh, that's brutal. Nice. That is a way to get around the ward effect. Ah, there's very few things that deal with that, but that is one of them. All right, so oh, fine. All right, Lizard Blades. Hotshot Mechanic. We don't get the buff again, but we still have a bunch of really good creatures. Board wipe is our biggest downfall here. There is the new Saga in Rakdos colors that destroys a bunch of 1-drops. I feel like that's got to be coming into the format here soon, because there's so many good cards to be playing with that. They haven't played a land yet, so they have 3 mana. Okay. Roadside Reliquary, pretty sweet. Let's just draw 2 if you want it to be. We can go for Mechtitan. I feel like they're going to have answers for Mechtitan. Yeah, I mean, with Soul Shatter and whatever else. If we find the hasty rabbit guy, that could be fun too. So, Roadside Reliquary. The best play is to put Lizard Blades onto one of these guys. Right now, we are getting in for 6 points of damage still. And if this dies, then we end up losing out on 4 points of damage instead of... Yeah, so I think we just attack in. Just attack in. Force him to kill more things. I think that is the best play here. So here's the question. Do I play out Mechtitan Core, or do I make more treasures with Treasure Vault, or use Roadside Reliquary to draw some cards? We get to draw 2 cards with it here. And I can hold up Fateful Absence while doing that. I think I still play Mechtitan Core, and I can hold up Fateful Absence after this as well. So yeah, we're still good. Mechtitan Core, go, pass the turn. It dodges board wipes. Now, if we find a creature off the top, we can Mechtitan Core. We can use Roadside Reliquary to try to find that creature if we need to as well. Bounces this back to hand. Yeah. Luckily, we at least get to keep it. We can buff up our Lizard Blades now, which is, you know, I'm fine with that. That's good stuff. Last turn. Gold Span Dragon. That's a big dude. Actually, are they going to attack? They shouldn't attack. I'll give him a treasure if I go for Fateful Absence. All right, so that's not a problem right now. They're just going for treasures, it looks like. Going for mana to play something else that answers this. I'm fine with taking 4. Down to 16. Do I even Fateful Absence this and give them more mana? Would they have something else? I mean, they end up having more mana by having the double mana to tap, so on the end step we will be killing this. Or that. Yeah, we'll be killing that instead. Oh, wait. All right, they get some more plays. Soul Shatter kills the double striker. Okay, Fateful Absence. They can Fading Hope, bounce it back, but that's fine. Yeah, bonus scoops it up. Yeah, as soon as we got rid of their blocker, we were already going to win anyway, but now life's fantastic. All right, MTG's assistant showing us that we got 4-0 with this deck, all 100% there. Matches looked really good with this one. It's definitely going to lose games sometimes. People are going to find more ways to remove the main answers with this one. I think that the card that destroys all 1-drops is one of them, just more board wipes in general, but this deck does dodge around a lot of that stuff, especially if you have more of the crew creatures instead. I like it. There were a couple times we didn't have all of the colors we needed. I was playing more Roadside Reliquaries and Treasure Vaults than maybe you need to be able to have the effect here, and so you could end up definitely add in more mountains, more plains, maybe play more lands in general, but the deck still worked great. Playing all the one-ofs, we never actually got to do the Mechtitan Core ability, but we were holding it over their head at some point, or you know, just like having that ability on hand is just another thing. Like, and if we don't get rid of this, then this will happen. It does have to hit artifact creatures and or vehicles, and so it doesn't just get any artifacts. Like Portable Hole doesn't count towards it, other things like that, which is a little bit of a bummer. It does make it a little bit harder, but ultimately that's just a fun addition to it. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below, what things would you guys change with this deck? What things do you feel like worked really well? I prioritize having Fateful Absences and Rip Aparts over just playing a full play set of Portable Hole, because I feel like having the variety of removal is actually a little bit better. Yes, having this be an extra artifact for your Ingenious Smith, for your Patchwork Automaton, for Michiko is very, very good, but I think that the deck can win just fine without having that, you know, having that every single time. But Portable Hole hits a lot of things, but not the creatures I was able to hit with Fateful Absence, with whatever else. And so I think that a lot of the one-ups I have here, if you're trying to make the deck a little bit more competitive, add in a bit more removal, add in maybe more consistency with, you know, some of the other buff type of cards that you have. But this is just a fun deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.